Do you want Tan to come up with me? I can carry him up in my backpack or something.
What's the point?
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't know.
I mean, it's a matter of us warning you, not you warning us.
Yeah, I don't need to bring him up then. All right, now I'm just
feel free. If you really wanted to take him, then take him. But I don't think it will help.
No, there's no need. All right. I have a. Where the hell's my rose? So, all right. Pickpockets. Time war 60. I don't. Yeah, it's just flat.
There's other modifiers that alt won't say.
Yeah, probably. But did that not?
No, you got a 3.
Yeah, I think I got 3.
Yeah, 3. You easily get up to the roof. Let me see. What is your hide and shadows with your
Did you roll to Game Master?
Yeah,
it did. Yeah,
if you don't see it.
So I'll open it next time. My hiding shadows is 30 plus 5 with the dark seat.
Most of the rolls that you click on the character sheet are to GM only.
Yeah,
I've noticed on this character sheet.
And that's not necessary. Well. I mean, it's nice to get so everyone knows what's being rolled.
Yeah, unless you want to do it in secret.
Well, yeah. All right. So your what was your move silently?
30.
30. Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You easily climb up to the roof. You assume that you're moving silently and assume that you're hiding in shadows. You don't actually know.
Yeah.
All right.
I get a general feel for how noisy it is. I'm just like literally bang.
Unless you fail
wall?
So badly that something happens, you pretty much always think that you're moving silently and you think you're hiding in shadows.
No,
so
that's fine.
Just
I assume I'm quiet.
It seems pretty quiet to you.
Apparently.
All right, so you're on the roof and you're gonna. Are you gonna like kind of crawl to the edge and look down, sort of thing?
I'm gonna look around me to see if there's anything higher than me that can see me.
Doesn't look like it. Nothing that stands out. I mean, there's a couple higher buildings with windows and stuff like that, but it doesn't look like there's lights coming from them.
There's no lights. Nothing. All right,
it's like 11 p.m. now, or later, kind of thing. It's pretty late.
I'm on my belly. I'm crawling towards the edge to look at the residents.
Okay. All right. You get to the edge. Let me see again. Okay. You can see into the yard. It's a very small yard. The balcony appears to just open up into the second floor, but as far as you can tell, no one's there. You don't see anyone moving around. You don't see any lights. You do see lights on the first floor, and the construction is similar to that of the Mashta residence, and there are definitely lights on in there. There's an open doorway as opposed to an actual door, but no one is there that you can see at the moment. It looks like there might be some people moving around inside the building, but there aren't any like open windows. They're all the paper walls. So you can kind of see some vague outlines and stuff like that you think are people moving.
Can you tell
Are they all human?
He can't tell.
Are they all human?
He can't tell that.
Okay.
That's what I was asking. Was the first one that he can't count how many different shadows there are?
He can see vague outlines, and they're all flickering from firelight.
Do you also see any what could equate to as non-human, like as in any animals or things?
There are definitely no animals outside that you can see.
Like
no
dogs,
big animals.
Pets,
no dogs, nothing like that. You don't see anything else, and you're too far away to hear anything.
All right. there's nothing else I can really. Actually, how far away is this where I'm standing to across that building? Quite literally like that, or?
Let me. Yeah, I mean you're directly across. Let me do a quick check on something.
He totally has a battle map for the actual residents.
Probably makes sense. Actually, I was thinking for the road, but we wouldn't do it for here anyway.
You'd actually say that it's 30 to 40 feet to the from where you are to the balcony.
Really? How wide is the street?
Not that wide.
Huh.
It's not a big street. You know, it's maybe 20 feet wide.
Okay, I'm getting my scaling is all fucking wacky then. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
I mean, the city itself is only a little bit over a mile long, so.
There's nothing else of note?
I mean, you haven't been up here very long. How long do you want to kind of like observe?
Oh, I'll give it like 10 minutes.
Okay. The house. So, like I said, there's construction similar to the Mashta residence. So the house is elevated a little bit. There's also kind of a front porch and stairs up to the front porch, and that's beneath the balcony.
All right. Yeah, I see.
Okay, and you wanted to wait around about 10 minutes?
Yeah, just to see if there's any ongoings I happen to notice.
Okay. After a few minutes, a human in Eastern armor does come out, and he kind of seems to be taking up a position of guarding, watching there.
Is he just standing there, or is he just looking around? What's he doing?
He's kind of lounging. He's not looking up. He's just kind of there in case the gate opens or something happens, as far as you can tell.
I'm
Does
gonna
Lafdul
wait for a while.
Does Lafdul let us know, or
He can't.
is
He can't let you know.
Okay.
I can't.
What a pity.
If someone goes to the... It depends. What are you guys doing while I'm doing this?
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, you told them to all keep an eye out.
I'll go for as long as I can before, I get a general idea that it's probably I should get down by now. There's going to be a lot of traffic coming.
Yeah, while Braxon's keeping an eye out, he'll be trying to spot if people are going to or from the building, as well as staying out of the way.
Same.
Any distinctive features about that guard? Anything?
He appears to be kind of young. It's difficult to tell. You're kind of getting that from his more general shape. He has a spear. And he's actually wearing a hat. It's like a very broad, flat cone.
Flat cone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ah,
I see you did some research.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it took a few seconds for it to click onto me what he meant by that. Alright. Is the guard looks like he's drinking or eating anything, just out of curiosity?
You can't really tell. He's just kind of lounging, leaning against...
Is he sitting on anything?
No, not sitting right now. He's kind of leaning back.
Leaning against the wall?
Yeah.
Alright, well... And I'm just waiting until I get cooled down. See how long he stays there for.
It looks like he's... Like, the positioning kind of thing, it looks like he's on duty.
He's just stationary.
Yeah, he's taken up a guard position. You're familiar enough with, watching people in surveillance to tell that this guy appears to be taking up a position that he's going to be in for a while.
Alright, how well can he see me, by the way?
Well, I mean, you're just kind of like sticking your head over the edge kind of thing, and you're flat against the roof. So,
Is he looking in my general direction?
No, he's not looking up.
All right, that's fine.
He's not like. I mean, he's.
No,
since the walls are
want
solid and the gate is a solid wooden gate as opposed to like iron bars or something like that, he doesn't really seem to be looking. You know, maybe he's listening, or maybe he's just wait. I mean, on alert for the door being opened, but the gate being opened.
Here's the funny thing is as video games have taught us, they never look up.
Well, I'm just going to make my way down. I'm down. I'm going to crawl backwards and climb down.
Okay, go ahead and give me a climb walls check again.
I will do this.
Okay, you easily descend down. You don't hear any sounds of alarm or anything like that, so doesn't sound like you alerted anyone to your presence, as far as you can tell.
Does this house that I've climbed down look occupied, by the way?
Yeah, but it's dark.
Do you tell us immediately what you saw?
I'm going to gather people up.
Because if you do, then I'm going to send out Tayan to see whether he can smell the guard.
Yeah, that's fine. I tell everyone.
He is refusing to go through the gate.
I'm not asking him to go through the gate. I'm wondering whether he can actually smell the guard.
No, not through all the other scents around there, and not without going in.
Okay. Would he actually fit through the gate?
He would fit under. He would easily fit under.
He doesn't want to go.
It's like facing his impending doom. He knows something's looking at him.
Yeah, you don't want to make him go. These are the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, should we go grab Higgimus then?
Yeah, we'll head back, and you and Higgimus. I'll take Higgimus around. Because I've been here before, and it's not that hard.
Okay. Higgimus, how close do you want to get? You can tell that the wall only comes up to like chin height on you.
I'll ask, do you guys want me to look over the wall?
No, we don't need to.
Don't.
Lafdul had a look over the wall by climbing a building nearby and looking over.
Alright, then I guess I'll just manage the streets.
Okay.
What Higgimus should be able to see, since he's this tall, he should be able to look over the wall and see a bit more in the second floor, shouldn't he?
Not
Braxon
really.
Braxon was intending to come back with Higgimus, so he'd probably tag along with Yeldan and Higgimus.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I can see over this wall. It's just, I'm going to look.
You have to get real close, and it'll look real suspicious.
Yeah. That's the problem, is that you could see over the wall easily by walking up to the wall, but without doing that, you don't really see all that much more than, what everyone else can.
Braxon would have summarised what everyone had learned, and he probably would have got Lafdul to explain what he saw to Higgimus before we left. And he would say, let's learn the streets and learn where we could, if we want to make an observance on this building, where we might be able to get in.
Okay.
And basically take him on a tour, including that alley.
Okay.
And if you were listening, Asher, we probably don't need to go over it all again.
Yeah.
All right, so
all right. We'll just skip ahead.
Yep. All right. If you got all that, you guys.
Unless Auld wants to run a random encounter.
Not really. I'm not a big fan of random city encounters.
You say that, but you kept throwing some at me when I was all alone.
Oh, those weren't specifically random. That's the difference. I don't like those random encounters of, oh, you encounter a street preacher who says that the world is ending. Nah. I find those boring and just kind of wasteful time. You know, I mean, you can assume that you know, they're during the day and stuff like that, there's that kind of stuff. But unless you want to interact with them, or I think that it has some relevance, I'm not going to bring it up. Except for flavor or something like that. So, alright, so you get back to the Mashta residence. It's now basically midnight at this point. Nobuon hasn't gone to sleep yet. Most of the servants have, and Homoko has.
Lafdul's gonna mention to the party, and he's gonna shrug. He say, "I've got a spell. I don't think Ryuta's gonna come tonight, but in the odd chance he does, I'm gonna try casting Wyvern Watch on the window. That will paralyze anyone that comes towards it. Hopefully."
That sounds like a good idea.
What's the
That's
radius?
great.
What's the radius on that? The affected area?
Hang on, let me bring it up. Spell. Which was it, Guardian? Guardian Wyvern Watch. Sorry, what were you asking?
The
Area of
affected area.
effect, 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. All right, so 10
Is
feet
that
away
per
from
level?
the house. No.
No, it's not scaling. It's got a
Okay.
range of 30 yards.
How long does it last?
Well, the range is
hours.
for casting. You can cast it 30 yards
Yeah.
away.
I've got an idea.
How-
If Lever was willing, do you think we could get Lever into that kimono
There's a
And-
quote. That might
and-
be important.
and have her stand near the window?
Oh, well, aside from the fact that Lewa is probably quite a bit smaller than Homiko is, yeah,
She also
let's do
looks,
it.
She also looks nothing like her.
Yeah, so we put something on her head, a headscarf or something.
Well, and Leva may want some new spells for the next day, too.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
which one of you guys looks most like Homoko?
Oh,
On the other hand,
definitely
being, I mean, in principle, Leva would be willing, but then what's going to happen if whoever it is actually gets it wrong and takes her with? Then what's going to happen?
Yeah, she's gonna be alone by herself, and we can't. We wouldn't be able to help her.
All the spells she has available to her are another detect magic.
Fair enough.
And a few second level spells that alone would not do much. And I'm
Yeah.
certain that she couldn't kill everything in that house with a sling.
No, I was basically thinking someone that superficially looks like Homoko, who just stabs whoever tries to get in the window.
Well, then use Lafdul because he's the best at stabbing.
True.
And he could also make himself look like her.
I feel like Higgimus is actually the best at stabbing. Just, you know.
He could headbutt the other guy.
I mean, you know, if he
Higgimus.
stabs something with a short sword or even a long sword or two-handed sword, it's gonna go through the person's chest. It's pretty
Do you
good.
think- Do you think we could fit Higgimus in the kimono?
Well, that would probably do the damage that you wanted to do to it.
Gentlemen, we have a plan.
Homoko wakes up the next morning. What happened to my kimono? Well, I'm sorry, but the Giff tried it on.
This is so bad. It's so funny.
We had a
but so
fashion
bad.
show last night.
so let's guard. Can I stay up all night, Ald? Without ill effects for the day?
Oh.
Not without ill effects.
I do have a spell scroll.
Well, hang on. If we have people on guard, we can get them to wake you up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and it's midnight now, you know. I mean, you could just do 2 4-hour shifts of, you know, midnight to 4 and then 4 to 8 or something like that, or something else.
And
What
this
I'm
time,
think-
this time let's kill the thing when it comes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you don't want to. If you're gonna hide behind the tree or something, just wait there all night, stationary.
I'll have to hide behind the building, but
You
I
don't want to
would-
be patrolling because they'll see you. So you want to be.
I
How
could
about-
I could put Tayan at the other side of the road, and he could watch and let me know when he sees something, whatever
this is
something is.
Tayan conveys to you that it was really boring last time, and he has been smelling some rats around, which are kind of tasty.
This
He's hungry.
Bribe him.
this thing under the building. How easy would it be for someone to roll out and get up?
It's
Not
how
easy.
quick.
In armor, quite slow.
Yeah, no, you can't actually roll out. You'd have to. They're not wide enough for someone to roll out. You'd have to crawl in, crawl out.
Okay,
If-
then.
If
Well,
they get affected by the spell, you'll have time to get out. If they're not affected, then you won't.
Okay, what I'm thinking is, you're under the building, and I know there's probably no cool shots in second edition.
There's cold shots.
Yeah, there's
minus
cool
4 to
shots.
hit.
Okay.
What's that?
You're going for a specific location.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're under the building. A guy comes to the window. You chop his feet off.
Ah,
You just bleed out.
Yeah.
but then we got the bad guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, we got something.
Someone get the cauterizing iron.
This is killing the messenger.
Well, they'll have to send another messenger if it's not Ryoto.
I doubt he's gonna show up tonight though because of he showed up at the ball for.
True.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But we don't know.
All right. So what do you want to do for guard duty?
Probably the same
teams
sort
as
of
last
shifts.
Yeah.
All right. Higgimus and Yeldan, then Braxon and Ockar.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Should we stay in the building then? How about can we get that kitchen window open?
Let me bring you back
Not
to
the kitchen window.
house map. So we can
The,
take a look at the dining room window.
Yeah. Okay, let's agree an action plan. So if nothing happens, we'll just do the same shifts as before. But if something happens, we go out there with a kill plan where if someone's going to wake people up, we decide whether people are going to be woken up or left now. And if we're going to go out, I'm wondering, this window here, can we open that?
Yeah, it was open the other day. You guys had it open before.
Yeah. So can we open that enough that we can all jump out?
Higgimus
get into the
definitely
street.
cannot.
Fair enough. But Higgimus
Um,
could shut the window behind us and secure it and go out the other way.
I was just saying, with and what just got a range of that, so you don't want to get near that. You'll set it off yourself.
Yeah, but you
I
can,
don't
you
think-
can set it to not affect certain people, can't you?
Any creature approaching within 10 feet may be affected. It says may, so
Well, may is as in, I mean, it makes an attack roll. Let me see something.
Because won't it just hit Homoko when she gets summoned to the window?
In that case, she
Thing
won't.
is,
She
the-
won't leave.
The other question is also whether it might hit a passerby.
True.
yeah, how...
Can you-
oh dear.
And that road is not as wide as the one in front of Ryoto's place.
How
I'd be
long?
I'd
How-
be surprised.
How long does Wyvern Watch last?
8 hours.
Got
I'd be
a question.
surprised if the character actually
Central.
appeared while when other people are on the streets, because and even if people don't observe very closely, they do notice if someone appears in front of their eyes, even at night. So I would think that the point of a passersby is probably not relevant.
The problem is that it affects an area of effect, 10-foot radius sphere. Anything entering that area is affected. Or I should say, the first thing entering that area is affected.
But what you do
okay.
is you centralize most of it to be in Himiko's room.
Hang on.
Himiko should not be leaving her room through the window anyway.
Is there a wall there?
Well, where? Not
Where
right
I'm
there.
throwing it
No.
I
No.
mean,
That's just open.
that's the
walkway.
street.
Oh.
This house does not have a yard.
I could cast a spell inside the room, but I would have to get access to be inside the room to cast the
You can
spell.
just look through the window and cast it, right?
I don't know, actually. I'd assume it'd hit the object in front of me, which is the
Oh,
window.
did you say this was a sphere?
Isn't it based off a
Yeah,
site?
but I'm casting
What?
it on something, so whatever it's
Got a
guarding.
question. Lafdul. Imagine you climb up on the roof and cast it from there. Can you get it to be less
Face down.
that are? Could you cast it from the roof to be inside the room, partly, and covering the window, and less likely to hit people in the street?
What? Hang on. So you're saying in the room facing down?
No, he's saying
Yeah,
cast it on.
yeah.
He's saying cast it on. I believe he's saying cast it on the roof so that the edge of the sphere is covering the window, but not the
Yeah.
actual street.
Yep.
I could do that upon
Because
suggestion.
it is a sphere. It is a spherical area of effect.
I'm explaining to the group that how far it will reach, and people give me suggestions of where best to place it.
Yeah, the roof would probably be the best.
And how high is the window?
It's top of a human head height kind of thing.
Right. That the bottom is top of the human head.
Yeah, give or take.
So it's 6 feet. Give
Well,
or take.
So
more like more
5.
like 5 feet. You know, maybe maybe the windowsill comes up to your eyes or your forehead or something like that.
right. So if you can make the sphere in the air, it would also be less likely to be accidentally set off by Homiko. Although
I
she is
think
going to
I
set
have
it off
to
if she
cast
goes
it.
to the window.
It
On
does
an
not
object.
pass through barriers. So
Oh!
it'll
So
pass
if you
around,
cast it
but
on
it
the
would not, yeah, it
outside-
would not go into the room. If you cast
So
it on
if
the
you
roof, it would not go into the room.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that
but
would
the
have to be
downside to
side
the
effect.
spell is
Yeah.
if I get a random flying creature or a random rodent,
Um,
it'll trigger the effect.
it's
I don't think it
reasonable.
affects.
Yeah, it's reasonable to assume that it does not affect basic animals.
I can
Under a
subject
certain
it to
size.
humanoids.
Well, no. I mean, it would affect a monster, and it would affect a giant eagle, and it might even affect a bear or a deer. But it's not going to affect a mouse. It's not going to affect a vole. It's not going to affect a bat or a wren or something like that. You know, like
Or Tayan.
right.
That's even better. That's even better. If it doesn't pass through the building and you have the window shut when you cast it, it will protect the outside of the building. It won't accidentally be set off by a Homiko if she walks to the window, but it will be set off if she tries to climb out through the window, and it will be set off if someone tries to get in the window.
Yeah, there's a chance they can still pass their resistance.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed, but
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 it's a tool we haven't had before.
yeah, that's why I memorized it. So
What would it do to Homiko if she accidentally set
she'd
it
just
off?
get paralyzed until I said the word to free her.
That's brilliant. Then it won't kill her.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's what we want.
It's 1 round per level of the caster, or until freed.
Yeah, so
So-
it won't last very long.
Yeah.
But that's why you need guards outside to catch whoever if we get Ryuko or whoever.
Okay, then how do these windows work? Are they sash windows? or French windows?
I honestly don't know the difference between those two.
Oh, all right. I'll tell you why I'm asking, and then you can decide whether we can do some sort of game thing. I'm figuring that we stick something in the window that drops out and makes a noise when the window's open,
They
like a bell on a stick or something.
they open outwards, so
It's going to make obvious. It's going to be obvious, so.
Yeah, it'd be easy to spot if it is there.
So if we can put a string with a bell or something, maybe even a string that goes through the dining chamber window, holding up a bell on a string, so that if the other window's open, that bell drops down and hits the floor and rings.
do you have any of that stuff right now?
Is there a bell in the house we can steal?
Borrow bell.
Borrow.
Not
Borrow.
really.
String. Borrow.
Not really.
And some string.
There's string, yes, but there's no bell.
Well, anything really. Saucepan lid. Anything that'll make a noise. Something we can improvise immediately.
I mean, you could use like a spoon or something like that. I mean, you probably wouldn't want something that's gonna, I mean, if you're in the room where it falls,
Yeah, spoon would do.
yeah.
Well, it's
alright.
like a tin can with stones in it. That works.
No, well, it's just something to alert the people who are already awake guarding.
Yeah,
Tin cans don't exist.
so that you wouldn't want to wake
You
up
know
the
what I
entire
mean.
house.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So if we can improvise something like that, and we can get Homoko's servant to close the window with the string in. We can pass it in from the outside, feed it in through the other window, and have the spoon hanging there. And then if that spoon hits the floor, we immediately go into our plan of opening the window, everyone going out.
Action!
Yeah, Higgimus will try to shoot out the window if he can.
No, he's going to jump on him.
Or no, because he can't get through the window. Or he'll secure the window behind us and come out through the front and meet us.
Okay, so the point is that you'd be awake and you'd take action. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so first shift is Higgimus and Yeldan. Where do you guys want to be?
I'm in the dining room,
Okay.
as usual, listening to see if Himiko stirs.
Okay. And Higgimus?
Did you not want to check out or keep an eye on the outside?
Well, Braxon thought about it, but
There's no need, really, if with that spoon setup.
Braxton's going to sleep in the kitchen so that Higgimus can wake him up.
All right,
don't
I'll
know
just hang
whether-
out in the kitchen area then.
Okay.
I don't know whether Ockar wants to sleep in the dining chamber, so Yeldan can wake him up. What do you say, James?
I mean, there's two of you on duty. One of you can go wake up the other two people.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. And I can
Well-
shoot from the window.
I'm just thinking of how quickly we can get out there and kill people.
I mean, for argument's sake, if he gets paralyzed, then if someone notices it, would that be classed as combat? Or was it out
Yeah,
combat?
that'd be if somebody notices right away. I believe that'd be initiative.
No, I mean, if
To
the
subdue
only
them.
potential foe is paralyzed before you guys are engaged in melee, engaged in combat, then no, there's no actual combat. You're not in
Yeah,
combat.
it's just like we've
There's-
got you.
Yeah, there's no initiative that needs to be done because what are they going to do? They can't do anything. They're paralyzed.
And what level are you, Lafdul?
3.
So that's 30 minutes.
No, that's 3 rounds.
3
3 minutes.
rounds. 3 minutes.
Oh,
It's
I
still
thought
going to last
3
a
minutes.
reasonable amount of time. But if someone gets paralyzed, they're not going to scream out because they can't.
Yeah, they're just
They're
paralyzed.
just going to stand there. So someone's got to notice.
That's why I'm at the kitchen with the window open, and I'm gonna be looking out the window.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you've got that.
Okay. So then second shift is Braxon and Ockar. Who wants to be in the dining room?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, Braxton's going to sleep in the kitchen with not the central room with Higgimus.
Right, but then when it's your turn to guard, Do you want to stay in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that means both people are in the kitchen. That doesn't work. We need one person in the dining room.
No. Ockar is going to be... So it's Higgimus and Yeldan, first shift. Second shift is Braxon and Ockar. You're in the dining room on first shift. Higgimus is in the kitchen. Second shift, Braxon is in the kitchen. Ockar is in the dining room.
Oh, okay. I thought they were both in the kitchen for some strange reason.
No. Braxton's just sleeping in the kitchen so that he can be ready quicker.
Yep.
I also mentioned as part. I have a spell that allows me to speak with Tayan, but whether or not it will be useful versus having a combat spell.
Combat spell, I would say.
And
Maybe like if you had that
just putting it
today,
out
or
there.
I'm just maybe if you had that like today or yesterday, that would have been useful. But combat spell for tomorrow.
I'd say that's a great.
I mean...
Sorry, go on, Lever. You're Tane's master.
Talking to Tayan, would that actually get a better result than what I get from him as my familiar?
Could have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I mean, he could talk to Tayan as he talks to a person. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether that would lead
but
to
I mean,
any...
Tayan's description of a smell is still going to be Tayan's description of a smell. So, to take an example, if Tayan says, talking perfect English or whatever, I smelled a few humans and some weird smell that I smelled in front of the window, and I smelled some stuff that was off. That description is not going to change, is it?
It's just useful for like maps and stuff, like getting exact details of scouting out.
I'm not jotting it down. I'm just trying to clarify what more information you actually get out of it.
I don't think it's useful for tomorrow. I'll take a combat spell instead. But go on, sorry, Braxon.
Well, I was going to say, I think that's a fantastic spell that you've learned for when Lever has a plan that involves Tayan. That's a fantastic spell. The two of you can work together. Well, it'll be the three of you. The three of you can work together, and you can do amazing things. But if we don't have a plan for Tayan, then there's probably less use for the spell. But you two should make sure you talk to each other when you figure out something to do with Tayan, because I think that's really going to be useful.
It will be. That's why I thought about it. It was only recently, actually. All right.
Okay. All right. So first shift, Higgimus and Yeldan. Second shift, Braxon and Ockar. Leva and Lafdul are going to be sleeping and rememorizing their spells.
Mm-hmm.
And the night passes completely uneventfully.
Yeah, you didn't even roll.
I knew what they were doing.
Ooh. You could have at least spent 5 minutes doing it and go find out what happened next week, and then tell us at the beginning of the next game that nothing happened.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't really want to. All right, so
at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, and at least we can plan out what you guys want to do the next day, so that you can think about that before next session. All right,
so how much are silver long swords, and how much? And I already know how much the arrows are.
Yeah, so no silver melee weapons are for sale right now that you're able to find if you're going to spend.
What about loaning from a temple? Could Ockar be loaned a weapon?
Silver weapons aren't exactly the most common thing. I mean...
Yeah, but it's not out of reason.
Yeah, but...
Ockar has a magic sword, though, so it doesn't...
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying...
They're generally the kind of thing that would be somewhat available if there is a place that's actively plagued by undead that...
Or werewolves.
Yeah. Some place that's actively plagued by werewolves or undead, or has been in the past.
But I'm able to get silver arrows, right?
Yeah, silver arrows, that's the kind of thing, they're a little bit more easy to come by. Plus,
Oh, so you never actually gave me a price for the arrows.
They only take a day. I mean, they can be made in a
No,
day.
that's 5.
No, I meant you never gave me an actual price for the arrows.
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second. But
I'm sure you did.
like the arrows can be made in a day. It's 5 times the price. So let me see.
So depending on the type of arrow, so if it was 5 times the price of a serve arrow,
Sheaf arrow, yeah.
I'd ask
that would
Yeldan to get me some.
be 20
some flight
gold.
ones.
So, oh boy, that's 20 gold for those.
How does that work with magic weapon and non-magic weapon? Let's say I'm using a sling that is magic, but I have no magical bullets. Does that count as magic or a magical weapon or not?
It does not.
It's the bullet that counts as magic.
Yeah, the sling makes the bullet magic. I
No,
think
it doesn't.
Is how it
No.
works.
No.
If you're using non-magical ammunition for a ranged weapon, they are still non-magical. They get the bonus to hit and damage, but they cannot strike things that can only be struck by magical weapons.
Ah, okay.
So you might need some silver sling bullets.
That'd be weighty as hell.
It would be. Well,
I think
sling bullets tend to be lead anyway, which are pretty heavy. So
Yeah, you just get pieces of silver that you throw the sling.
Sharpened silver coins.
I think we should try to.
How many arrows do you want? Because they're going to be 10 gold pieces for 12.
I only want like 10 gold pieces for. That's for shaft, or is that for?
That's not even half priced because I can't half price them.
yeah. So okay. So flight arrows are 10 gold pieces for 12, and sheaf arrows are 20 gold pieces for 12, and you can only get one set of each.
Oh, well, there you go.
In the time that it takes.
I'd take the flight ones, possibly.
And they wouldn't be ready until the roughly the end of the day, kind of thing.
How much?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming I'm making them, or I guess I ordered them actually. It's because because it doesn't make a price difference.
Yeah, it's not gonna make a price difference on making them yourself.
For argument's sake, could obviously it's not going to make a difference now, but could Yeldan go over to Ockar's forge and do it there, so to speak?
But he can't make the arrowheads.
I could. I do have weaponsmithing, but getting the materials. But
yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
When it comes to silver, I mean, yeah, if you want to spend all day making them yourself, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just going to say it's the same price.
I'm just gonna not bother with that because I want to actually be able to do stuff.
Yeah. And the main reason why I'm saying that it doesn't, it's the same price is because it's a special piece of equipment, silver arrows. It's.
Well,
did you give me the gold, or am I paying for the arrows myself?
I'd take that on my own gold. Fine.
Okay. Yes,
I got one.
I didn't know if it was 10 gold.
All right, Braxon. Yes, it's 10 gold. Braxon.
Yeah, I got something to say, but while you're talking about silver arrows, I got one thing to say about silver arrows. If you're talking about being able to make them, this jewelry that was given to Homoko is any of that silver. You could melt it down and use that.
You do not ruin a woman's jewelry.
No, the tainted jewelry. You use
How
that.
do you know it's tainted?
Because he's given it to her. He's got a plot. Yeah, he's got a plot. There's some reason to it. You melt down the jewelry, use his own silver against him. If there's some special purpose to this silver, it will get him.
The plot is that he wants some Bowticka Wow Wow.
It's a good thing we never see her again after we finish this.
Yes.
Oh God.
She's
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I'm just gonna not tell Braxon. That's gonna be too much effort.
She's gonna.
We don't have the time.
She's gonna have a long, happy marriage, and we're gonna get free dinner from time to time.
Braxon, she's gonna kill you on sight if you do that.
She'll be happy when she's happily married and this cursed spirit man, whatever it is out of her life.
But she'll always hate you for ruining her jewelry.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell him straight up, no. I'm not bothering with
Yeah.
that.
Okay, anyway, so the non-arrow thing I was going to say was I think we need to observe Ryoto's premises and see how many people he's got working for him.
If you want to do that, that works. I can't think of anything else to do with it during the day, so I'll help out with that.
Yeah, because if we're going to end up fighting the guy and his lackeys, we want to know how many lackeys we're fighting, roughly.
I've started a new line of like what type of arrows do my quiver have in it right now?
So, real quick, today is going to be for the household. Nobon will tell you that marriage preparations are underway, so there's going to be it's going to be very active around here. Getting things ready for the marriage tomorrow, because it's that quick. So,
there's still 2 days left.
Well,
after
it's today, and then tomorrow is the wedding.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you have all day tomorrow and some portion of, all day today and then some portion of tomorrow, which is the wedding.
Hopefully, we're gonna solve it tonight. So.
All right. So, what do people thinking? Does anyone have any current plans, like stuff that they definitely want to do today? Braxon was talking about someone observing Ryuto's house. Do you want to do that, Braxon, or are you asking someone else to do that?
Well, Braxon could do it, or if Lafdul was able to get on the roof, he might be better
I'm
off.
staying on the roof for midday. That's a bad idea.
I don't think it would be a good idea if I did it because he would recognize me.
Yeah, it's an excellent.
I'll hang around, walk around, keep hanging around the place and walking around and observing.
Okay.
Because he won't recognize me.
Maybe the two of us, so we can back each other up, or we could cover different streets. And if some come one way and some come another way, we can see them.
I'm debating whether right now. I'm debating whether or not I should take any actual flight arrows.
Yeah, there's still regular guards.
Well, you can think about that in between sessions, Yeldan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many arrows can Quiver hold?
20.
Yeah.
I believe 20 is the number you gave me, right, Ald?
Yep.
Let's get everyone else's actions, and then we can talk about equipment later.
I could come with you. Maybe Tan will be prepared to help.
Well, would this be where you want Tan to talk to Lafdul?
I'm not taking that spell, just an FYI.
Fair enough.
Okay, so well, do you want to go with them, Leva?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Lafdul. So far, it's just me and Braxon.
Yeah, it's just you and Braxon so far. If other people want to go too, that's fine. But
would you like me to go with you too, Braxon, please?
Yeah. We could cover different streets.
Let me ask something else. Could I be of any help?
Yeah, you've got 2 eyes and a brain.
Yeah, but I'm small. I certainly can't look over the walls.
No, but we want to see who's coming in, who's going out, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Get an idea of if we can spot any routine. We might need to do shifts because people have got to eat and stuff.
And if you have Tane with him, we can determine who has the exceptionally weird smell.
Oh yes, that would be great. If Tane could pick up that scent, and we can see who that is, then we may have spotted our spirit thing, monster, creature.
Because we're just assuming it's Ryota. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Also, didn't you want to go to Baba Yaga's or whatever? What her name is?
Baba's.
Baba
You're getting that name wrong.
You know what?
All right, Leva, I think you were trying to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to say 2 things. One is Tayan could sit beside the gate, not slip through, and if that creature uses the gate, then he could tell us that this is the weird smell. He could let me know. And Maya Baba, yes. Didn't someone else want to come with me? Yeldan?
No, I don't think anybody really wanted to go there.
I can go with you after Braxon and I do our thing.
I'm sorry?
I can go with you after Braxon and I do our thing.
Okay, because, well, I don't think it will take the whole day, even with a cup of tea.
Oh God! Oh, not the tea again!
All right, so
you are staying away from that tea. You're banned from it.
all right, so you also want to stop by Mayo Baba's at some point. All right.
Yes.
She'd have no money anyway if she kept doing that.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have lots of money. I still have over like 800 gold.
All right. So Higgimus, you're going to also assist with the observing.
Oh.
Yes, and some point in time, Leva and I will be going to Maya Baba's.
Okay.
I got a thing to say for you guys going to Maya Baba's. Maybe you can spirit away one of these items that Homoko's been given and take it to Maya Baba.
No, I don't think that will help. Because they're not magical. We already did detect magic on them.
No,
wait,
let him finish.
I have to keep telling you, right? I put it in the chat. I don't think these are magical items. I think they are like spell components.
Ritualized, yes.
Yeah, I think that someone is preparing a ritual to use against Homoko, and they're getting her to wear all these items. Yeah?
Yep.
She's coming up to her wedding. She's being coached into carrying all these different items with her. If you're going to see this mystical woman that is an expert on spirits,
She's an old hag.
if you can take one or more of these items to her, maybe there's some sort of aura on them that she can use to tell you something about the spirit.
I think that's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
I'll just remind you what she said.
No. That's a good plan. Let them do that.
I'm just gonna...
I don't think there's anything in it, but I think it's a good idea because it is adding some type of verification to Braxon's idea, whether it's an ingredient for a ritual or not. And it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt us at all.
Yeah. And if
So
Braxon's wrong,
let's do it, yes.
If Braxon's wrong, we find out. We find out it's wrong. We can forget about it then.
Or she doesn't know anything, or she confirms it. So you got three possibilities, all of which are good.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Stop arguing about it. We're going to do it.
All right. Next up, Ockar. What do you want to do?
I have no plans whatsoever, and I don't want to get near the observing thing because he'll notice me and things will go bad. So I think I'll just go and do stuff. Maybe.
Or what about keeping an eye on the house?
Yeah.
You could
Actually,
protect Homoko.
Ockar, I think, if I may, I think you're wrong. I think what you should probably do is go there and knock at the door and say, hey, listen, with what happened last night, I'd like to reintroduce myself properly.
Oh.
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh.
She wants to kick in the door and tell him what's up.
Just knock at the door and tell him you are the one who is tasked with protecting Homiko from bad things happening, and since they just disappeared last night, you'd like to talk to him a little bit about what was going on, etc., etc., etc.
I could try. I'm not sure how it'll help, but I'll try.
Well, the worst thing that can happen is that they won't let you in, and you turn around and say goodbye.
Worst thing that could happen is they tie him up. We have to rescue
But that's
him.
what you are there for, that you are outside somewhere and you observe
I'm going
him.
armed.
But the thing is,
Wait. No, let's hold on. Ockar, does this sound like something that you think that your character would like to do?
I'm not sure it's a good idea. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or a bad idea. It's just a confusing idea.
Think about
answer
it.
with this. Would Ockar do it?
It
No.
would tilt her hand.
I mean,
There you go.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not into this.
What?
So
That's fine.
okay. So instead, you want to kind of guard the household then?
Yeah, see if I can help out around here, guard it, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And Lafdul.
Lafdul's doing shenanigans. He has no plans. He really, really doesn't.
Maybe you could go find your halfling person again. I don't know. She might have more information on him if she kept at it. I don't know if that.
No,
you paid her
I don't
enough
think
for-
she did.
She
would
didn't
tell
say
me
she
what
was.
No.
You could come with us to Maya Baba. Maybe she has stuff that you could use.
Yes.
Wow.
If you can't think of anything better at the moment, you could provisionally stay with Ockar and guard the household. And if you think of anything in the meantime, I'm sure Auld will let us change our minds at the next session.
Yeah. I'll do
Here's
that.
also a thought. I don't know if your character would, but Yeldan would be like, since he heard about the tea and kind of seen its effects, he would say, "Don't drink any tea this time. We need you on your feet. We need you in top condition tonight." And that tea does something to you.
We haven't had, to be honest, we haven't had any negative influence from the tea, except that that I felt really good, and what was it? My eyes looked, I looked euphoric. That was it.
Your eyes
Yeah,
looked a little glassy to everyone else.
Yeah,
other than that,
But I will point out that you were also not in any particularly dangerous situations.
Yeah.
While under the influence.
I got a feeling. The way your eyes were looking. I got a feeling it'd affect your combat. If we were in actual combat, it would affect your.
Well, then you
do something.
Then you mix in the tea with Homoko's tea.
Well,
no, we tried that last time, didn't we?
No, but it was cold.
She broke it.
It was cold.
She didn't want it.
Yeah, it was cold and reheated. So, but if you cut half of that tea in half normal tea, it might taste nicer to her.
She didn't taste
She
it
didn't
at
even
all.
taste
She threw it away.
all right. Well, for now, I mean, we can discuss that later. All right. So Lafdul, at least for now, you're going to be with Ockar guarding the house, kind of thing.
Yep.
Watching the household. Okay. All right. That works out for that. Experience-wise, everyone gets 50 experience points. Lafdul and Ockar, you get 100 instead.
Ooh.
Ooh, another 50.
Yep.
Oh, so they get 50, we get 100. Okay.
Yep.
I'm guessing RP stuff.
Yep. And for Lafdul, it was his thiefy stuff.
Thief skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braxon may not have experience points, but he's got free food.
Pockets
So
full of
he does.
rice.
Did you ever empty your pockets?
Well, he's going to eat it later.
What
yeah,
has
but
he
you
got
put
in
it
his
all in your
pocketses?
pocket.
What
He's
has he got
probably
in his
already-
pocketses? Oh,
he's probably
ew,
already
it's
eaten it.
cold rice.
I just need 801 experience points, and then I will hit my next level.
I've got to say, I don't want to argue with you too much, Auld, but I think Braxton should have an intelligence check to not put rice in his pocket when there's things like spring rolls. I mean, come on.
That is fair. That is entirely fair.
On the other hand, I have this mental
Let's
image.
roll it right now.
Spring roll in your pocket, and you sit down, and there's this liquid that's slowly flowing down on your pants.
Let's
Right,
roll.
okay.
Well, you
Okay.
you did not fill your pockets with rice, much to my disappointment.
Okay, thanks ever so much for the game.
Did you take all the pickles?
They didn't have
Braxon.
pickles. They had no pickles.
Oh no! I refuse to believe they didn't have pickles.
They had no pickles.
This
They had no
is
pickles.
Asian. They have to have. They probably had Sichuan pickles.
No pickles.
Don't forget, it's food for the servants. So it's not
pickled cabbage. Pickled cabbage.
All right,
Poppers.
pickled cabbage they may have had. They would have had, but not pickled cucumber.
I think pickles are more of a Western thing than an Eastern thing.
At least
Don't
pickled
believe-
cucumbers.
Pickles
I think,
are a thing everywhere where the temperature is in a way that things go bad after a while.
I don't think the thing is it's cucumbers. I don't think is a Western thing.
I think you'll find that Ald will be posting a special post to his patron backers for what is in Braxon's pocket. Everyone else just has to wonder.
What has he got in his pockets is... Do we even want to know? I don't think so.
Pickled cabbage leaves.
No, I mean, you would have taken... I mean, if you're putting things in your pockets, it would have been dry stuff as opposed to wet or messy stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I was just doing the rice thing because...
It was funny.
It was full of... Yeah. The idea of, I'm taking free food that I could take... Grab a handful of rice, stick it in your pocket. Because it is so ridiculous. Anyway, thank you guys for playing, and thank everyone out there for watching. Hope you guys had fun, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
having us.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. See you next week.